Hello everybody and welcome to the Soundtest stream. Today we are going to take a look at iOptigan. So this is an incredibly faithful recreation of an original piece of hardware. It was kind of like a chord organ, but it took chord organs to the next level. So you used to play these buttons here and it'd play a chord and you could play your keyboard. I mean, I have this MIDI'd up and you can see it sounds incredibly, it's been sampled exactly from the original Optigan instrument, and you need to do a bit of research if you want to learn a bit about it, because you'll love it. So you have these 5 rocker switches here, and they basically kind of play fills and little things like this. Okay, they're kind of based in C. I'll explain stuff like that, but if you hit the first one, so you can do that, or you can like hit them to go backwards and they'll just stay on while you're playing. So if the thing is, if I was to hit this like this and hit this G here, this G chord, you'd notice that that rocker will bounce back off. But if we wanted to like have one stay on like these drum beats, now if you hear in the background also, you can kind of hear that. The Optigan worked by placing LP-sized like discs, optical discs kind of thing, into the machine like this underneath, and it was connected to a keyboard. So you had this as like on your panel on the left-hand side, like you did have on these organs and Bontempi things like this, and then kind of here was the keyboard. It has a virtual keyboard that you can play as well, and also comes with like a load of discs. So you'd buy these discs here, take the disc out and place them into the machine, but they're phenomenally good. I mean, and these are exact copies of the original discs, and all they did was try to find the best quality ones. So all the lo-finess, the crackles, the developers have left in, because that's what you want, the authenticity of it. Now, you could basically put a disc in upside down and it would kind of play backwards. And also as well, this tempo indicator here occasionally flashes. In the original instrument, there was like just like a cable going up that would flash. You could see the light, like a fiber optic thing. Because the disc is constantly spinning, it's impossible to judge, as it is on the original, where your loops will drop in, which is even better for the authenticity, of course. The tempo speed, all that does is speed it up and slow it down. Listen. So it's like, if you want to play this with something else, you need to tune it to another instrument. So that's how you do that. And it is inter-app audio, so it works in AUM, and audio bus and stuff like that. So that's very, very cool. Okay, settings is important as well. This will default to this. Not disc auto start. It will default to this, where it says optimize stereo is off. Now you can see I've got my Oxygen keyboard. And you can hear it's only over one side of it's only over one side. It's panned hard. Well, in my headphones it's hard right, but it might be left. And then what would happen is when you played it, the rhythms will be over the other side. That's something that you need to set up. In settings is just make sure that you're optimized for stereo. Radio buttons, radio mode for buttons. What that means, okay. If we switch that off and I do this, so that won't stay on. So what we need to do is have radio mode for buttons switched on. And basically that's it, guys. That's all you need to know. There's nothing like thingy. So what we could do is I could set this little drum beat going, play this, and then basically play along with it, you know. If I had my MIDI keyboard set up more sensibly, because I'm trying to look at this and look at that, but you can get it to sound really cool. You can do some really cool stuff. Now, here's the thing: it does have a basic reverb, which is like a spring reverb instead it was in the actual unit. And this thing here, basically, it comes with little demos as well. So if we play this. And that'll turn it off. It's very cool. You can also record sort of thing, and but like I said, I'd set this up in AUM, run it through some cool effects and stuff to drive it straight to Cubase if I wanted to record it. Okay, so you see it has these chord buttons here. Okay, and that's what that does. Okay, so let's go into the actual. So if you buy the original app, I think it might be $5.99, something like that. You get 25 discs. Now this contains 40 discs. Okay, because this is the full version. Many thanks to the developers for sending me the codes for this as well. So yeah, you can choose any disc. So this would be like your album size disc kind of thing, and all you do is you can demo it here. And it plays a little demo. And then if you like it, you can load it. And then you can it's fab. And yeah, let's have a listen to another. So you're getting the basic idea now. Basically, you just load up the disc you want, and yeah, so you get 25 discs with the basic purchase, which is great. 25 discs, and then another 15 discs with an IAP, and there'll be links in the description below for this. So how it worked as well is it read from a disc, like it tracks on a disc. So sometimes if it's just playing a basic beat, sort of thing, you might hear some, like it's like crosstalk, so some bleeding into the actual next track sort of thing. And the original was prone to all sorts of strange variances of pitch and stuff. Honestly, YouTube it's fab. But yeah, so let's have a quick blast with this one. So let's get, we don't need this to play because it's music. Now also on the MIDI keyboard, if you go further up to the top, you can control these switches via MIDI. And you know that this has been used by people. You know, they've sampled it and stuff like that. So you'll hear stuff that you think, oh, okay, you know. So you got this one here. It's just cool. It's cool beans. Oh, you see, that's a rhythm. So we could, if we set that just to lock on, rock her up. How 60s is this? Although it was built in the 70s. Super. So what else we got down here? We have banjos. We have. Oh, it's so brilliant. I can't even tell you. And this reminds me of my youth. You know, not that we ever had an Optigan, but let's have a listen to some of these bossa style. Oh, you could go mad. You could get some serious 60s vibe going. So, I mean, yes, indeed. Too awesome, isn't it? It's just too awesome for words. So, no, yes, that's right. So, your classical guitar. There's all sorts. Dixieland Strut. Easy does it with the vibes. Oh, listen to the crackle. Oh, this is just epic. Folk and other moods. And you see, you get some time signatures. So the Gay 90s Waltz will be, obviously, that'll be in 3/4. too brilliant. So your gospel rock, guitar boogie, guitar. That's the one I started with, I think. Let's see. There's some with their choirs and things. Let me see. There's a Motown one. So. Couple more. You get some country and western ones, New Orleans. There's some, I mean, they're just brilliant, aren't they? They're just absolutely super great. And there's loads and loads of them as well. There's like 40 discs. And because all these are on different tracks on a disc, that's why you get slight variations in what they actually sound like as well, which is also an added bonus, of course. Okay, so yeah, that's I just wanted to give you a quick run through. Actually, more than a quick run through, but you get absolutely tons of stuff. It's so worth it. If you want to buy it, there'll be links in the description below. If you use that link, I get a very small commission off Apple, so that's very cool. So if you use my link to buy the app, that's much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel, please. Give it a thumbs up, the video. And I'll see you guys later. The iOptigan. Top job. Indeedy.